This is my 97 Mark III Golf GTI. I bought for £500 because it had been sat after a crash. The car was full of mould and needed a whole new front end, so I got to work replacing the whole front end on this car. I then got to work replacing lots of other things that this car desperately needed. I then sorted the interior out, found a set of really nice staggered Porsche 993 wheels, then I sorted the wheels out, gave them a paint job, had to measure for adapters. It was just a whole load of things with these wheels, but we got the wheels sorted, we got the wheels painted in this gorgeous graphite colour, and then we got them on the car. Next was to put a stainless steel catback 2.5-inch Powerflow exhaust system on the car. We then did a quad headlight conversion on the front, new blacked out indicators, and fitted some really nice rear lights. And in today's video, it's time to sort out the handling and suspension on this bad boy. Let's get into it. In today's video, we're going to be replacing the bushes on my Mark III Golf GTI with these Polybushes. These are from a company called Flowflex. They're half the price of Powerflex and all that stuff. There might be a reason for that. I don't know. I've never used them before, but I'm going to test them out. This is front wishbone, little one. This is wishbone, back big one. And I've even got the rear beam bushes, big motherfuckers. I'm going to have to drop the whole rear axle to do these. How hard could it be? The bushes, I mean, yeah. How hard could it be? So let's just jump right into it. And I'm going to show you the reason I need to replace the bushes. Check this out. Do you reckon the bushes are gone in this? I think the bushes might be gone. Yeah, I think so. Okay, let me show you the bushes I'm going to replace today. I'm going to be doing the wishbone bushes on the front to begin with anyway, which is this bush in here and this bush in here. So to do that, we've got to undo this bolt, we've got to undo this bolt on the end. I'm going to undo these bolts on the ball joint and this anti-sway bar thing bolt there, and then I'm going to try and get this out, and then that's the easy part. Well, it's not always the easy part. Get that out, and then I'm going to be trying to press these old bushes out of the arm. So let's get on with it. Let's see if I can get it out. There we go. Wow, that's a tight one. That's very tight. Ooh, this could be a problem. Come on. I'm going to undo these here, makes it easier. Now this wishbone can pop out of the, now this ball joint can pop out of the wishbone there, but first I need to undo this. I'm going to have to get the spanner on the other side. Right. This may ping up once it's out. There we go. That's pinged up. Okay, so that's fully out. See that? Right, now when I undo these bolts, that whole wishbone should come out. As simple as that. There we go. Now we've got to try and get this wishbone out. This is the hardest part. There we go, that's down there. There we go, one wishbone out. Well, I've got to try and get this bush out of here. And I think the easiest, and this bush out of here as well, easiest way for me to do it is if you look there, it's only got rubber top and bottom, there's gaps down the side. So I'm going to cut both sides to get the rubber bit out the middle. But then I've got to try and get this metal sleeve pressed out of this, which I'm going to do right here. So first things first, I'm going to cut that middle sleeve out.
A few moments later.
There we go. Right, we've now got the rubber bit out the middle. Now, I'm going to use a wheel bearing tool to press this out from this side out. We take this, we take, I think it's this big sleeve, we're going to press it out this way, so that is about right. What's going to happen is, I'm going to use, that's probably about right size. That goes on there, you put a bolt through, that goes on the other side, and then you squeeze and it will pull, this thing here will go through there and pull the bush into this. That's the theory. It works for wheel bearings, should work for this in theory. Oh, fuck. Wow. Are you kidding me? I've already done the other side. What I'm not showing you is I already did the other side and this worked perfectly. This time, the piece I've used to push the old sleeve out seems to have just gone inside the sleeve. It left the sleeve in. Damn. The other one didn't do that. The other one took the sleeve out. What? What the hell, man? That's so annoying.
1 hour later.
Okay, I finally got it out by going to the shop, getting a little hacksaw, cutting a slit in it there, and then just hammering it out. Came out. Finally, right, let's get this bad boy out. That one, I'm just going to cut some of the rubber and just hammer it, and it should come out. Right, clean this up with one of these on a drill. Get it in there, give it a good clean. Okay, this time, we get this. That goes in that way from the bottom. You can see it's like chamfered to go in there. That will press into there. Okay, and then you put that in afterwards. First I'm going to lube this up with some special, well, it's not special, silicone grease. This stops, well, it helps it go in, but it also stops it from squeaking when it's on the car. So, let's lube the shit out of it. Get it all in here, around here, around there. Ah, you bastard. There we go, right. Lube it all up, baby. This that way, put that on there. Yes. Right. Got the mushroom head in. I should be able to tap that, pop that through now, I reckon. Come on. Yeah, boy. Here we go. We're through on that one. Wow. Right. Now we get this thing in. We've got to lube that up because we don't want these to squeak when they're on the car, and it helps it slide in better. Ugh. Come on. Oh, that's tight. There we go. And we're in. Oh, wow. We're in. Okay, that's him. There we go. Wow. That wasn't as easy as yesterday's one. Still got the other one to go yet, this one. This one is very simple. Very simple. Give it a clean. Give that a clean out. Show you how simple this one is. Where's it gone? This one goes in from both sides. So let's lube it up. Take that out. And that just pops in. Pops in. Where's the sleeve gone? Should. There we go, that side too. And push. Can't get it lined on the other side. Oh. There we go, that's in. Right. That's in. We are done. Finally. There we go. Wow, I've got silicone stuff all over me. Finally. Let's go get it back on the car. Oh. You can't get the angle of this in the way. That way. Yeah, you need to go in more. There we go. Got you. Ah, goodness for that. Right. There we go.
A few moments later.
Okay, wishbone and everything is back in. To the ball joint bolts are back on. The anti-roll bar bolt is back in. And these, I've done them up to 120 Newton meters there and at the front one, but you have to do this while the vehicle is basically sat on its like a ride height basically. So I've jacked the wheel up to the car was starting to lift off the stand, and then I've done them up to 120, 130 Newton meters, which is all good. Time to get on with the back. That means dropping the whole rear axle. Oh God. Finding the right car is hard enough these days, but knowing it's been looked after is a completely different story. That's why I've been using Vehicle Score for my vehicles. If you watch my channel, you know I buy and sell a lot of vehicles, right? So I've been using Vehicle Score. It takes the guesswork out of any used car history and stuff like that. It gives vehicles a score out of 999. It's not just a random number either. Their algorithm looks at patterns like MOTs, advisory patterns. It looks at the mileage. It looks at all that type of thing to see how the vehicle stacks up against average other cars of the same price and year and all that stuff. You can get a free initial score just by entering your reg. But if you want to look at the big stuff, right, like any salvage, if they've been written off in the past, if there's outstanding finance, history and all that lot, you can look at the big stuff just by paying a little fee and actually upgrading a little bit. So whether you're looking for your new daily or your next project car or anything like that, it's a massive time saver, trust me. You do not want to get stung. I've been stung before. It's not pretty. So head over to vehiclescore.co.uk and check out the reg before you even buy, man. Just don't go and buy a car without checking out the reg, all right? Seriously, just do it. Because if you don't, you're a mug. Anyway, massive thank you to Vehicle Score for supporting the channel and being our awesome sponsor. Anyway, guys, don't forget, go and check them out. Seriously, it could really save you a lot of headaches. Okay, this is what we're working with. We've got the wheels off now. This is what we're working with. This bolt in here that goes all the way through this bracket. And then you've got the bolt on the bottom of the shock, which is in down here somewhere. But we've also got to unplug all of these lines, all of these brake lines, undo the handbrake cable and all that stuff. But before I do any of that, I want to check out the condition of the bolts that go through the bush and hold the axle on. And I'll give it a good wire brush, WD-40, and see the condition of these. If these are buggered and I need to replace these bolts because they're corroded, then there's no point me carrying on right now until I get new bolts. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And we'll check the condition of the head on the other side. This is the axle under here, and it bolts in right here. Bolt goes through here, comes out there. This is the old bush. Look at the state of it. So yeah, let's see the condition of this bolt. This bolt seems to be coming undone. pretty nicely, to be fair. Yeah. You know what? That's alright. Right, let's try the other side. Look at that. That comes straight out. Well, I'm just going to leave it in for now, because I've got to undo a lot of other stuff first. Just going to quickly jump onto the other side, check if that one's as good as this one, and then we'll start unplugging all this gear and getting all this out. I need to break a bar for this one, but I don't want to break the bolt also. There we go. I'm going to get on with undoing all these clips and all the brake lines. I'm not going to show you everyone because it's boring, but I'm just going to get on with undoing all these clips and I'll come back to you when I've done it. Okay, this is what we're working with. I've undone the caliper, I've put it up there, I've undone this clip that goes around this bar here. I've undone that clip that allows me to get all this pipe work up out the way. I've unclipped it from here, I've unclipped it from there. I've also unclipped the handbrake cable from down here. I've unclipped the handbrake cable and it's now just on the floor. I had to unclip the ABS speed sensor thing and I've tucked it on that side of the beam. I undone a clip down here for the rest of this brake line here. That is this side. Everything all completely unclipped. The only thing holding this side on now that's in the way is the bolt that takes the axle off and the bolt on the shock. So now I'm just going to quickly jump over to that side, get that side done the same, not going to film that, and then we could be ready to drop this axle out. Could it really be that simple? We'll find out, won't we? There. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Entire rear axle out. Right, first thing we've got to do here is get this rubber bit out the middle. These look ruined. I might even be able to just hammer that out. And then we've got to get this metal sleeve. Yes, another metal sleeve. We've got to get this metal sleeve out. Apparently there's a certain way of doing it, but first let's try and get this rubber out. That is completely shot. No wonder the back end of this felt twitchy. Let's see if we can hammer this out. Look at this, look at that. That is how bad that was. Look at that. Wow. Wow. You shouldn't be able to just do that with a bush. If you hit this down and flange it in, then you can normally hit this whole thing out. Out. Give it a quick brush down and some paint just to make it look a bit prettier. Now, these are going to go in from this side. Hopefully that'll go in. Ah, and then just slide straight in. That's easy. Right, let's lube it up, chuck it in. And that should just slide in. Look at that. Okay, this has been a right pain in the arse. We got this side in, we got that in, we got the shock done up, we got this side almost through. I can't get the bolt through the other side, but I can't get the shock bolt in because of the fuel tank. That's a stupid idea. So now we'll have to undo the top of the shock, drop the shock down to get that bolt in, and then put the shock back up again. So I'm going to get on with that.
A few moments later.
Okay, car is done. It's back on its wheels. I lowered the back a little bit more because it was a little bit up at the back. I'm sweating because it's hot. Time to take it out for a quick test drive. I may have loaded the back too much. There we go. Car is back on its wheels. Let's take it for a test drive and see how good Polybushes really are. And if anything falls apart while I'm driving. Right, let's go test it out, see how it drives now. God, it's a hot one today. Camera's at a weird angle. I bought this new pod thing that was meant to clamp to your sun visors, but it's rubbish, so I've had to clamp it to a door handle, which means it's there. Anyway, let's go test this car out, shall we? There's to be quite a lot of noise from the rear of the car now. Hopefully it just needs to settle. There is quite a bit of noise. Like there's noise in the back now, which wasn't there before, like a creaky noise. Oh, I don't like it. The bushes had to be replaced because the ones that were in there were crap, but ooh. Hopefully the noise will settle down. Maybe it's just because they're new bushes, they need time to settle, but ramp. Ooh. There's a lot of noise from the back. Let's give it a bit round and roundabout, give it some lean in. Yeah. It seems to be. Let's give it a few swells backwards and forwards, left and right. You know what? Oh wow, wow. Alright, okay. Wow, this car just moves. I just got to touch this. Wow, I just got to touch the steering wheel and it goes, man. That's wicked. Wow. Let's give it some. Woo! Whoa! Yeah, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Wow. Let's give it some round this corner then. See if it settles in alright. Yeah. Roundabout. Oh wow! Wow! Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm definitely happy with that. Right. Okay. There you go. That is how you do the bushes to Polybushes on a Mark 3 Golf GTI or any Mark 3 Golf really. God, that turns in so quick now. That's madness. That's wicked, man. That is wicked. I'm well happy with that. There you go. That's how you do all the bushes on a Mark 3 Golf to Polybushes. I wasn't expecting the creaking, but that's probably part of the game, and it on with Polybushes. Don't forget to like and subscribe, people. Go check out my merch and all that stuff, and go check out Vehicle School. I'll see you in the next one.